Dauphin Island. Just a drive down a short bridge from the coast of Alabama and you can arrive at what the town itself describes as the sunset capital of Alabama. Camping, swimming, I've been out there, it's a fun spot. A lot of people go there. You know, mainly people that didn't know its original name was Massacre Island. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So way back in 1699, French explorers and brothers Pierre Le Moyne d'Iberville and Jean-Baptiste Le Moyne Bienville were poking around the Gulf Coast when they came across a barrier island. So they figured, what the heck, let's take a peek. That's what explorers do after all. And while checking out the island, they stumbled onto a large pile of sun-bleached human bones. How many skeletons they came across is unclear. Early reports from the explorers themselves put the count at more than 60 skeletons, but as time passed and legends grew, some have claimed it was a mountain of bones containing tens of thousands of skulls. Either way, stumbling across a mound of skeletons of any size needs some explaining, so the explorers made some educated guesses. One guess was that a plague had wiped out the natives on the island. Another was that this was the site of a horrific battle among the natives. This being the most standout feature of the island for them, they decided to name the island Massacre Island. Turns out none of those guesses about where the skeletons came from were right. See, back in those days, the natives in what is now Lower Alabama were pretty well known for building mounds. Some were for building houses on top, others were burial sites, and that's what the Le Moyne brothers came across back in 1699. Historians believe that basically what was a burial mound for local natives was cracked open by a hurricane, which isn't an uncommon thing to hit Barrier Island, and that exposed the remains. But the name Massacre Island didn't stop settlers from setting up shop on the island anyway. And after about 8 years, the settlers decided to change the name of the island to Dauphin Island after the French king's son. They probably correctly guessed that living on Massacre Island wasn't going to get them too many visitors. And that's how Dauphin Island got its name and gave up a much cooler one in the process. I'm Jonathan Soboleski for Reckon. If you like these videos and like what we're doing on Reckon, you can help us out by following us on Reckon by AL.com on Facebook and Twitter. And for even more news, you can subscribe to the Reckon newsletter by going to AL.com/Reckon. Thanks for watching.